Yes, guys, welcome back to Kings of the Bridge. How are we all doing? Hope you're all well. Sorry, to this morning, I've only just literally got back to the UK, and I am still flat out trying to sort things out, getting absolutely driven mad. But I did promise you guys a morning live to catch up on things in regards to Chelsea, see how you guys are feeling in the chat about it all as well. I'm just quickly trying to send this email so I can concentrate on the live. Hopefully that'll go now. Oh, piss off, man. Why do this to me? Why? Why do this to me? How is everyone in the chat? How are we all, guys? I hope you're all well. Literally give me 2 seconds, guys. I have to do this because it's so important. And if I don't do it, then I'm just going to moan that it's on my mind to do. Then I can't concentrate on the live and all of that shit. And I want to concentrate on this live because it is tic-tac for Chelsea, right? It really is tic-tac. I'm not even looking at the screen right now because I'm in my email. So I'm coming over there in a second. I'm just quickly, literally 2 seconds sending saying, so hot in this country, man. Come back from Dubai and I'm sweating. There we go. Now, piss off. That's it. Now go. Leave me that. Yes. Yeah, whatever. Piss off. Yeah. How are we all doing? Are we good? Morning. Good to see you all. Hope you're all well. Over 40 of you here right now. Am I glitchy? I feel like I'm glitching right now. Can anyone even see me? Are we good? Am I glitchy? Do I look a little bit glitched out? Big up everyone that's in the chat, by the way. Good to see you in this morning live, of course. More of a catch up today, guys. Like, where are we at the end of this week with Chelsea? Obviously, no excuses now with France going out the door on Lacroix. So, what's going on with Lacroix now? What's the deal on that? Some people may say, well, it's the Chalobah scenario. Yeah, I blurred behind me. That's why. It's only because I blurred behind me. That's all. Because I'm not in my usual place. We are nowhere. Messi. Hammond, like, are you coming in here? The first thing you're talking about is fucking Argentina and England. Is that where you guys want to start? Do you just want to get this England stuff out of the way? Because I feel like people want to talk about England. I want to talk about Chelsea. Morning, Nez. Let me see who's in the chat first. Big up, Nez. How are you, darling? Good to see you. Benji, you can piss off. Carly, good to see you. Ryan, my boy, how are you, man? Stephen, are you good, bro? Good to see you all in here, man, this morning as well. Jen, please not bring Benji up. Yeah, I know it's too early for Benji. He can chill today. I've only come on to have a little bit of a catch-up. I can't be having arguments at 10 a.m. in the morning, right? 10:13 a.m. in the morning. We don't want to be having arguments, do we? Do you know what I mean? Close this off. Gitinho's going to kick your ass out of this live if he sees Benji chump up today. Is that casting couch behind? Yeah, it's just a couch. But I thought there's no point in you guys seeing a couch behind me. It's pointless. Like, as you can see, look. Yes, one of them. What are you saying, Nahima? Good to see you, man. Yeah, it's an early one, man. Earlier than we usually are. Obviously, I don't expect it to be too busy this morning because obviously morning lives are what did he do? He's just been hating on England the whole way through. First it was Congo, then it was Norway, and he kept losing, and then we lost against Argentina, and he's just been talking Benji, he's just been talking absolute whack since then. I'm not gonna lie, absolute whack. However, I did find this quite funny this morning, waking up to this. I don't know if you guys saw it as well. The comments from Rafinha around his lessons at Chelsea. Do you know what? As much as he wasn't ready for the Chelsea job, like, fair play to him in terms of, like, how he still presents himself. Obviously, he's at the Paris FC now as well. He says here, we joined the club in the middle of the season, and it was a difficult moment, and I learned many lessons. There are things I definitely could have done better and things I could have taken more accountability for. But there were also positive aspects to what we did. I mean, I don't know what the positive aspects are, really and truly. I definitely think that he will take it as a lesson because let's be serious, we all agreed that he wasn't ready for the job. He just wasn't ready for the job. He should never have been given that job in the first place. It should never have happened, you know. But he came in. Just a second, this is the wrong. What's going on here? Can you hear me now? Is that better? That should be better, right? I should be a lot clearer. That's my. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on this morning. But yeah, it is what it is. Rosenior's out the door. He's left some good comments around Xabi Alonso. He says that it's a lesson to be learned. Is his comments in terms of his experiences at Chelsea, and good luck to him. Fair play to him. Like, go on, do your thing. That's worse. This is worse. This is meant to be better. What are you talking about, Ryan? Yeah, it's plugged in. Do I sound worse? Do I sound all right, guys? It's fine. All right. Cheers, Jack. I hate when people do that. Ryan. Yeah, Benji's just talking whack. What was Gtinho saying? I saw saying here, generally on the England versus Argentina, what's your take? I'm not really pissed with Argentina, even though they were dirty. I'm just fuming with the full Tuchel Southgate 2.0. I think he has to take accountability for what happened in the game. I think when you look at the last 25 minutes of that game, tactically, he just got it wrong. Like that, generally, he went about it the wrong way. I think he should have thrown on Saka. I think he should have thrown on Rashford. I think we should have at least brought on players that can continue getting them to go the other way. The issue we had is as soon as we dropped off a couple yards and we got really deep, they just dominated. We couldn't really get out. We struggled to get out, you know? And, oh, right, Ryan. Big up, Ryan. And, you know, he then goes and takes off Gordon, who has our only outlet of speed to get behind. We had no way of getting out. Every time the ball went to Kane, he couldn't hold the ball up. Like we did, and his legs were gone. Jude Bellingham was running around on his own with the ball. Like, we just looked so out of shape. And listen, I know it worked against Norway, and I know it worked against Mexico. And listen, if he'd done it again and we got away with it and we beat Argentina 1-0, I think everyone here would be okay with it. Everyone would turn around and say, fair play. Like, you know, he's done it again, Tuchel masterclass. But when it goes against you, it looks really bad. And as you've just said there, Southgate 2.0, it was kind of like a Southgate style decision to take him off. So for me, it was just the wrong decision. However, I do think some of our better players let us down again. I think Harry Kane for the last back-to-back games was shocking. Not good enough. I thought Jude Bellingham was more interested in having fights than he was actually playing football. I actually thought Anthony Gordon was probably one of our most better players in terms of what he was offering down the wing. Morgan Rogers was pretty much nil effect, other than obviously creating one of the most important moments, which was a great cross into the box, and we scored from it. But then he should have took him off. I thought Kuzkuz in the middle was awful. He's been awful the whole World Cup. Yeah, he might be injured. He's got, you know, he's tired or whatever. I don't know what it is, but he shouldn't even been playing. I'm not joking. Declan Rice was awful this World Cup. So there was a lot of performances that just wasn't there from players that were maybe quite important to what maybe Tuchel wanted to do. At the same time, Kane and Bellingham did carry us through that period. They did get us to that point. And we really just needed someone to... just step up. And obviously Gordon did do that. But then we should have just continued with it. And we didn't, you know. And we got punished. I mean, how many times do you want to keep allowing the Argentina players to have shots? Enzo had like 4 shots in that game with no pressure. Like, are you stupid? Listen, I know we don't see it enough at Chelsea, but it's Enzo Fernandez. Like, he's got an ability to score goals. He's, you know, some people call him a GA merchant. He scores goals. That's what he does. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was a bit few far between, and we got punished. We got punished at the end of it because of the negative decisions that Tuchel made, but also the way that the players performed in that second half. Very, very poor performance from the players in the second half for me. Was not good enough. And in my opinion, never really deserved to go on into the final playing like that. And that's the difference between Argentina and England, because they have that never give up mentality. Even when they've gone behind, and they've gone behind a number of times, they always find a way. And we play to their strengths. By sitting back, we played to their strengths, and we got punished. And that's the truth, really and truly. Dropping deep gimmick from Kane. Yeah, it's just, you needed runners. You needed runners. If we're going to sit deep at points, you've got to have someone that's going the other way, that's going to run into the space, so that when we clear the ball, they can maybe win a free kick further up the pitch, get us further up the pitch, get the pressure away. And that pressure was building up too much, Mosey. It just built up too much, and you could just see it was coming. Like, you ain't got to be stupid. Like, you can clearly see that they were about to score, Benji, like, everyone just ignore Benji, because I've already said this to him. He's already irrelevant, because his take on England has been smashed up. He thought we were going to lose to Congo. He thought we were going to lose to Norway. He thought we were going to get knocked out. Yeah, all right, we got knocked out in the semi-finals. And by the way, winning that semi-final as well, until we obviously self-capitulated. But based on our own fault, our own tactical decisions, we lose this game. Fair enough. But from Benji's standpoint, he hasn't got one. He's just in the mud, swimming in the mud still when it comes to England. So I would ignore him. Anson was on Enzo and he left him alone. So it's on Anson's that goal, Enzo goal. No, it was Jude that ran out, tried to block it. I don't get why they just didn't bother. Like, it's a great. By the way, as much whether you like him or hate Enzo Fernandez, the one thing you cannot take away from him, and this is the real big thing for me, it's not a personal thing. It's always about what can he offer this football club and what do we get out of him. And when you look at someone like Enzo Fernandez, he's got the habit now of turning up in clutch games. He's done it twice now in the World Cup. He's took his team to a final along with Messi and others, of course. But he's always in a position to be effective in the bigger games. And that's something that I don't think we can afford as Chelsea to just be thinking, get rid of, I don't care, because personally or emotionally, we don't like him. Like, that means that we want him gone because we trust the board. And look where we are at the moment in July. What the fuck have we done? Like, I'm not crashing out or anything yet on the whole board yet, but we're getting to the end of July. I said to you guys, July is going to be a very important period. They have no excuse now. The World Cup's coming to an end. Lacroix not playing. So what you're doing? Chalobah's back with England. So if he's going to Como or if he's going into Milan, get him gone. But I ain't trusting this whole narrative of we need to get rid of him because we're going to go and we're not even doing the basics right now. We're not even showing that we can do the basics. So why the hell are we going to want to sell our important players and our better players? And whether you like it or not, he is. He is. He just is. It would just be stupid not to keep someone like that. So, maybe he still goes. Maybe someone spends 120 million. I don't see it happening anytime soon at this moment in time, But there's one thing I would say with that kind of mentality and the fact that he still arrives and he can have an impact in important games. I want Alonso to be able to bring him in and utilize it. I hope Alonso's seen from his game at the World Cup that you can utilize him from a little bit deeper to be able to take shots outside the box. I want him to see him shooting more. The way he plays for Argentina is like a 6'8". Do you know what I mean? He's in between. He's not a 10. He's like in between the 6'8". He's not always forward. He drops out when he needs to, and he just understands where he needs to be in and around the game. So this whole Enzo thing at the moment, I don't think we can afford to. And this is again just about thinking about being selfish. This has got nothing about liking or disliking. This is about the fact of where we are at a club, what I'm seeing at the moment, and what I want Xabi Alonso to be able to have going into next year. At this moment in time, there's no way in hell we should be letting him go. We shouldn't even be contemplating it. Have you guys raised 150 million in players? Yes, we have. Yeah, we sold Cucurella. We sold. What else we fucking sold? I've gone brain dead this morning. What's his fucking name? Santos. We've sold Santos, Cucurella, George, 50, 90. Yeah, we're about 120, 110, 120 in deals at the moment. Yeah. As you said here, Gitinho saying we've done 129 million pounds worth of deals so far. Santos, yeah. Santos, George, yeah. We cannot sell this man. Chelsea better go into the negotiations. I just think we've got to keep him. I think this season we've got to keep our tails between our legs. And I'm talking as a fan base here. This is not about whether I like him or someone in the chat hates him. This is about just coming together and realizing that we need to kind of like be in a position to be able to get ourselves back in the Champions League. And if that means we have to keep him for one more season and then it opens up next year and he ends up leaving, then I think that's the right thing to do right now, logically, than it is just by just getting rid of him because we don't, you hate him or you don't like him or you don't like how he's presented himself. That personal side should just be put aside for the fact of what he brings on the pitch. So this is why I'm saying, if we can keep Enzo, keep him. Keep him and utilize him. That's just my thing. You've got to have players like him in and around the team, especially with Alonso. 50% sell-on from Leslie as well. That's true, Mosey. Is it a 10% sell-on that we've got for Chalobah as well? If I remember it right, if I'm right in saying. Guys, do me a favor. Please make sure you're running the likes up. We should have over 50 likes right now. We've got over 50 people this morning. Thank you for being here. Enjoy you all, all getting up early with me for this one. I thought it would just be nice to touch base on everything. So getting away from like Enzo, the World Cup and everything else that's been going on and around this club. Yo, what are you saying, Toby? Good to see you, bro. You well? Good to see you. Kone. I quickly dropped my thoughts on Kone. I think he is a very good young player. From what I've seen of him, obviously I haven't watched him outside of the World Cup, but from what I've seen of him in the World Cup, he gets around. He's athletic, good on the ball. He's not just someone that just like breaks up play and whatever else. I think he's all round quite a good player, comfortable player on the ball. I don't think Kone's a bad shout, for someone that could maybe function in the Xabi Alonso system, which might be very high press or possession based, shall I say, moving the ball quickly, 1-2 football, and moving into positions quickly, which is what I think we're going to be seeing in these upcoming weeks in pre-season. I would utilize, I think utilizing him in that type of system would be great. Obviously, I don't know whether we're going to be looking at a central midfielder, but someone like Kone, not a bad player. What I will say, and I've been saying this for a little while now, I don't want Tchouaméni. I'll tell you that now. I know there's a lot of people that rates Tchouaméni. Listen, I thought Tchouaméni was amazing at Monaco. That was when I wanted him. But ever since he's gone to Real Madrid, he just does not look the same. Watching him at the World Cup for France, running around in that midfield against Spain, he was like non-existent in the middle. So for me, and this is just a personal preference, I would stay away from him. I don't think he... listen, he'd add the defensive aspect. It'd make us better in protecting the centre-backs. I don't think he offers much more than that from what I'm seeing of him in terms of his overall play. I think someone like Kone would be better based on his abilities than what I've seen of Tchouaméni at Chelsea, just in what we would need. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. Who's mid, Benji? Kone. Just trust Cobb. I'm not going to lie. I'm at a point where moving all the deadwood is more important than any incomings. And that's the other thing, Mosey. Like, what are we doing? Irrelevant to Lacroix, all these other guys. Like, why have we still got 9 centre-backs? Why are we sitting here talking about 9 centre-backs still? Why are we not talking about Badiashile going somewhere or the Sassy? What the fuck's the Sassy doing? Like, all these players that should not be here, why are we still talking about them? Why is there no, why we're not hearing anything? It's quite worrying, right? It's quite worrying. You lot seen the soonest take on Rice? That's a big statement. Not going to lie. That is a big statement. Fabio Ruiz and Palmer cooked that guy. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, listen. What are we doing? And this is where we're going to go to first. Obviously, it's the whole... I thought I had it up already. This whole, Chalobah scenario at the moment. Because, we had a Fabrizio Romano update on Chalobah yesterday. Basically saying, why am I glitching so much? I feel like I'm glitching constantly. That Chalobah is ready to say yes to Como is what we've got here right now. Chalobah is ready to say yes to Como after finding out Inter is not as likely Como are evaluating what to do because 1 month ago they were ready to sign Chalobah, but he decided to wait for Inter. This is what I'm saying. But like, there was also the note of like, and this is what we were being told again: if Inter don't lay the money, that Como would come back in and sort of saying out for him. So, like, just get it done. 1 month we have been going back and forwards. Yeah, I know. I've noticed that as well, Carly. I'm a little bit laggy. I think it's because I need to restart my computer, but I can't restart my computer now. So, yeah. So if it's a little bit laggy, guys, apologies. Yeah, why? I just don't get why it took us a month to negotiate Chalobah. Some people might say, well, he's at the World Cup and whatever. We've been told between 30 and 35 million. That obviously ain't going to happen because Inter haven't put that money forward. Otherwise, he'd be gone. Como probably looking at like 25 mil, between 25 and 30. I think the deal is going to be 25 million plus whatever on add-ons. But either way, get it done. Just get it done. Let's stop wasting time. Like, I'm being honest with you now. From what's the date today? What is the date today? What is the date today? 17th, yeah? We've got 2 weeks, right? I'm going to mark it from now. We'll be doing a live on the 31st, right? 31st is the Friday, another Friday. 31st is a Friday of July, right? The last day of July. The last day of July, in 2 weeks' time, we are going to be doing a live again in the morning. Or maybe lunchtime, we are going to be doing a live, right? And if Chalobah is not sold in this next 2 weeks, and then we've not heard anything on Lacroix or anything, we are having a serious conversation. Because I told you guys that if we do not do anything in July, then panic buttons should be on. For various reasons, by the way. Because if you're Xabi Alonso, would you not want your players for pre-season? I don't get this. Why would we go into August and start doing all these deals when we start pre-season at the end of July? Surely he wants to bring them in, have a couple of weeks with these new players, integrate them into the system, get them ready and up to speed, get them playing some pre-season games, like all these logical, common sense things that you would probably assume that he wants, right? And I'm assuming that's what he would want. But they've got 2 weeks. They got 2 weeks for me. Mark it. Mark it now, guys. Over 60 of you here. Big up to you guys. Run the likes up, guys, as well, please. Let's try and get these likes up. They've got 2 weeks to sell players. I want to see Chalobah gone. He has to be gone in these 2 weeks. I want to see a centre-back signed. I want to know what's going on with this Pep Chevalier scenario. What's going on with Pep Chevalier? We're going to look at that in a second. Oh, all of a sudden, they want 40 million or some bollocks. Like, how has it got to that? Why and how have we spent 3 weeks on Pep Chevalier to then be told on the third week that it's now 40 million? How does it get to this? Why does one get to this point? Can someone explain to me? How do we find ourselves in these situations? How can Man City and whoever else, Tottenham, even Tottenham to a degree at the moment, go out and get deals done comfortably for whatever the prices are? But we're sitting here trying to sign a £21 million left back that's 28 years old for the last 3 weeks, nearly a month, to be told, oh, they want 40 million now, release clause. What the fuck are you going on about? So get rid of Chalobah, firstly. Yeah, where is Pep Chevalier? Where is Pep Chevalier? This fucking guy. I need to read it up there. Get rid of Chalobah first, because this is just annoying. This one. There it is. This one here. I think it was Nizar Kinsella yesterday. Just in. Chelsea have been told that Rayo Vallecano will not sell fullback Chevalier unless his release clause, now worth 42.4 million, is met. The Blues initially felt they had encouragement to pursue a deal, but saw an opening £15 million bid rejected. They have then since indicated they are prepared to increase their offer to 21.2 million, although that remains some short. Like, I'm so confused. Generally, I am so fucking confused. We got told the whole time that the price that Rayo Vallecano wanted was 21.5 million or so. This has been going on for weeks, by the way. We've been told for weeks that this is what they want. Now, all of a sudden, we're looking to offer the 21 mil, which is probably over the budget these sporting directors want to spend anyway on a 28-year-old, because they go, right, they didn't want to spend more than 20 million on anyone at that age. Yeah. But then get told it was 42.4 million. Like, how does this make sense? Either someone's lying in the news, or we're just idiots. Like, generally, we're just really that bad at trying to sign players. It's one of them two things. Where's the Fabrizio update on him? Where is the Fabrizio update on him? Is that all he said? Is this all he said right now? What the fuck? Oh. Is this all Fabrizio said right now? This. Oh, mate, this glitching's pissing me off. Really pissing me off this morning. Chelsea could add two centre-backs based on exits. Pep Chevarier's negotiations are also ongoing. Is that all we're going to get? Like, I can't wrap my mind over it, guys. I generally can't. Matty Moretto also said we had put in a new offer. Fab said it was advancing and he thinks it's done in the next few days. Like, what the fuck? This is what I'm saying. What is going on? Like, is it 21.4 million or is it 42.4 million? Either way, we've took 3 weeks to sign a Xabi Alonso target. And by the way, this is definitely a Xabi Alonso target, because there's no way in hell these sporting directors are even entertaining this fucking player unless it wasn't for Xabi Alonso. So Xabi Alonso wants this player. SD's again. Ole, ole. We saying, Desire, how are you guys? Do me a favor, run up the likes, please. I know it's people slowly coming in now because it's morning. Over 60, nearly 70 of you here. Please run it up. We're going to be here for quite a while this morning. I don't know what your guys' plans are. But we are going to be here for at least another hour. Hour and a half. So if you haven't got anything to do this morning, get yourself some lunch. Listen to me waffling in the background. Maybe we'll get some people up as well, so we can talk to some people. It's Friday. I'm back in the UK, and I feel like we need to really have a talk. Really talk about everything at the moment, where we are as a club. So please make sure you're sharing it. Please make sure you hit the thumbs. If you want me here for at least another hour, let's run the likes up. Come on. Let's at least get these likes up for me. Let's try and get this up to like 60 likes, 70 likes, guys. I know it seems like I'm banging on about it, but it's so important. So important that we get these likes up. It really helps the channel, guys. It really does. Really does. So let's talk about Chelsea. I'm here. Chris, if you're around, I don't know what you're doing. More than welcome to join. Benji. So Benji will probably have to come up at some point, Gtino. So yes, we'll have to listen to Benji very shortly. If anyone in the chat wants to have their say as well, this is your time. I'm giving you guys the opportunity to jump up in the live and come and have a chat. Carly, Nez, Gtino. Let's open it up. Let's talk Chelsea. All right, mate, I haven't had anything. This is the commitment. I've got up, I've had a shower, I've done this bit of work, and I'm here. I'm not even at a thing. And I'm giving you a live till literally just before 12 o'clock. Somewhere we are broke. That's what's going on with the Garnacho deal. Oh, don't even get this. That is even perfect. That's it. Keep reminding me as well because I forgot so much what's been going on with Chelsea recently. Garnacho. Let's go to Garnacho. Garnacho. He's so good. He's so good that whoever bought him, whatever sporting director bought him, should get sacked with him. Should be gone. Whoever it was that said sign Garnacho last season and made us spend 40 million should also be leaving this football club. I'm sorry. You have made the worst transfer decision since signing. Fuck knows. We've made really bad signings in the past, but I can't even think of someone that bad. Falcao or Higuain. Even that weren't as bad, shall I say. Like, how bad is this deal? It's probably worse than Higuain and Falcao. How low does this deal go? Was it Winstanley? Like, get this guy gone. I understand Chelsea were valued at 50 million euros for clubs abroad and 45 million for Premier League club. 50 million euros for clubs abroad and 45 million for Premier League clubs. Ready to let him leave on a permanent deal. Garnacho is not trained under Xabi Alonso, and Chelsea worked closely with his camp to find a solution, same as Andre Santos. That was ages ago. Where's the most recent one? Where's this one? Yeah, this one. This one. Aldo Garnacho opens the door to Roma move last week as club-to-club talks continue with intermediaries involved. Roma insists on loan deal with mandatory buy clause. Deal on. Chelsea will put. Do you know what the problem is? And this is the problem. These broke-ass Italian clubs that pretend they're broke, yeah? And let's be serious. They pretend they're broke, yeah? Some of them are actually broke, but there's the majority pretend they're broke. They're going to want a big loan fee of like 20 million and then a mandatory to buy, right? We can't afford to do that. We can't afford to offer a loan with a mandatory to buy because we need the funds. We need this guy gone. We bought him for 40 million. We sell him for 40 million. End of. How long has he got left on his contract? How long was the contract we gave him? Was it 5 years? Is it 5 years? Winstanley. It's fucking Of course it's Winstanley. Of course it's Winstanley. The brokey. Big up, Pez Lord. What are you saying, man? Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone that's slowly coming in. Probably waking up across the world. We are live for you this morning. Literally just going into every bit of Chelsea crap that's been going on for the last month. That's what we're doing right now. And we're giving them 2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks from now till the 31st of July to see what we do. That's right. We're going to have a big live here. Friday the 31st of July. We'll be back here. Morning live. Pen it. Put it in your calendar. We're going to be talking about Chelsea properly. If I don't see Chalobah gone, if I don't see Garnacho gone, if I don't see a sign of centre-back, if we don't see all these various things that we've been waiting for a month, we are having a big conversation here. We're having a big conversation. They're spending 40 million on Somerville. Absolute scammers. This is what I'm saying. Ben James says he'll be gone in 2 weeks. He's got 6 years left, Toby. This is what I'm saying. 6 years left. We bought him for 40 million last year. There's no way in hell we sell him for anything else other than 40 million. We're not giving you a loan. We're not giving you a mandatory to buy. No. We should have had him in the fucking first place. We shouldn't. But this is the problem. And this is where we're going to get held by our kahunas. They're going to grab our balls like this. Yeah. They're going to turn around and go, we'll give you money, but we'll give you 30. But that's all we can afford, 30 mil. Or you give them to us on a loan with a mandatory next year, and we'll give you 25 mil now, and then we'll do a mandatory to buy whatever it is, book sale value at that point, and then give you basically they'll just top us up, right? That's what they're going to do. That's what we'll do. And as us, we're going to be forced into a corner, and we're going to be like, well, we can't. Everyone's telling us they don't want to buy him. Why aren't they going to buy him? We bought him last year. We paid 40 million. Why no one else want to buy him? Because he's crap. That's why.
No one wants to buy him for 40 million because he's crap. And listen, I am praying to the Lord that there is someone out there that really does just give us the money. Even if it's Saudi. Saudi, knock on the door, come and take this guy away. Get him gone. We need the funds. Remember, Chelsea will probably not look to do loan deals for these players, that especially players that have been in the starting lineups of last year, because we're not only because we need to take them off with the UEFA bollocks, and that still applies apparently, the UEFA restrictions, but because we need money. We are sell to buy club. This is what we are. We've proved it again. We ain't buying no one until we raise funds. We've just raised 150 million. They could probably go out and start buying. But at the same time, they're probably sitting there going, yeah, we've made 150 million pounds, but our squad's still overfilled. We've still got to get rid of players before we could even look to bring players in. We've got too many players here. Oh, guess what? Whose fault was that? Epstein? Whose fault was that? Who decided to make stupid signings that we didn't need to fucking make? Now, you've got to make up for it. I want all these players gone. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We're going to be coming back here and see the status of our club in 2 weeks' time. No, Jem, we can do mandatory because that guarantees at the end of the season it's an option. We can't do because they'll send him back. Exactly. That's the other problem. They're going to say it's not going to be a mandatory. It's going to be an obligation. No, what's it called? Obligation to buy, is when you buy him, isn't it? Mandatory is when you can send him back. Yeah. Yeah. We don't want a mandatory. 6 years left. Disasi's still on the club. I can't believe this shit. This is what I'm saying. You can't even point your fingers at the World Cup. You can't even point your fingers at the World Cup. You just can't. Why are we still not getting rid of these players? And it's very simple, guys. Why are we still not getting rid of these players and why we find ourselves where we are now is because no one wants our players. No one wants to buy these players. So we're scuffering around trying to find ways to get rid of them. And this is why where we are. That's why we've done fuck all. We're still just like plodding along in the summer window. I really would like to know what Xabi Alonso's... maybe he thinks they're going to get it done. He's probably looking at the end of the window, end of August, and going, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. But if you're a Chelsea fan, I understand your PTSD. I really do. And I really do understand people feeling a little bit worried. Jorgensen. Oh, my God. I forgot about that motherfucker. Jorgensen. This motherfucker said he was leaving. This was at the beginning of the window. Do you remember that? Jorgensen's leaving. He's not part of Chelsea's plans. He's decided he wants to move on. There's us thinking Robert Sanchez and Penders. And guess what? Jorgensen's in training with us. We didn't even try. We can't even sell Jorgensen. Oh, no. I'm not crashing out. This is not a crash out. It might sound like it, but it's not. This isn't a crash out, trust me. This is just preparing for the worst and hoping it's not the worst. I'm praying in the Lord, that little thing in my head, which is the positive side of this whole scenario, is that it's just going to flip around and we're just going to go, bang, here we go. Bang, here we go. Bang, here we go. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm hoping. But I really did think July was an important period. And I did tell you guys this from this is not even fucking around. This is just me saying I generally thought we would have done more. We would have done more with this July period, We've just been signing youngsters again. Jem, pull up Simon Phillips' tweet. Simon Phillips. Let's have a look. Simon Phillips. Simon Phillips. Simon fucking Phillips. What one? Where? Yeah, guys, man, run it up. We've got over 70 people here. Good to see you this morning. Can everyone run these likes up? This is what I'm saying. Like, what are we doing with, How have we still got Jorgensen? Maybe this is all going to just show its hand later on. And all of this talking here is just going to be a waste of talk. I hope it is. I generally do. But I am also thinking we are literally a month away from the Premier League season. A month. 1 month away. I haven't got the Substack. If anyone's got the Substack, share the information in here. Can we just sell a load of them to Strelberg? Is that meant to be Strasbourg? Peslord, is that meant to be Strasbourg? Get the Substack information up. Go on then. Let's go through the news this morning. But yeah, Garnacho needs to go. Chalobah needs to go. Jorgensen needs to go. Disassi needs to go. Fucking Badiashile needs to go. Tossin's not going anywhere. Fofana we can't sell. Who else needs to go? Fucking one of the strikers. We've got so many strikers at the moment. We've got so many strikers. First game. This is what I'm saying. Again, if you're Xabi Alonso, you're going to want players around you that want to be here, right? And secondly, players that are, that the club's going to bring in so that you can integrate them into your pre-season system. I don't want to hear, oh, well, they didn't get a pre-season because they turned up 5 days before the window ended. I don't want to hear that. I really don't want to hear that, but I don't want to hear it, guys. I don't want to hear it. Have you not seen Palace's home kit? It would have to be the ownership to put a social media post celebrating it. They're stupid, aren't they? Whoever done that was an idiot. I'm not even going to lie. Do you know what I mean? Chelsea's first sale. Come get your player half price, but anyone get one free. Huge discounts. Gusto. What's going on with Gusto? Was he what? £75 million Gusto. Let's have a look. I want to bring up everyone. If you can think of any players, guys, that have gone quiet that we're meant to sell, just tell me. And we're going to have a look. July the 1st. Fabrizio Bomber. Man City like Man Augusto approaching him, but they're not planning to spend £75 million as Chelsea value him at that. If the price doesn't drop, City will explore different options. The 14th. Nothing has developed regarding Enzo Fernandez or Malo Gusto. Chelsea's value them at 120 million and 75 million, respectively. Listen, he is worth 120 million. This one is not even a debate. Enzo Fernandez is a 120 million plus player. It's not even a debate for me, especially after the World Cup. Now. This guy here is not even worth 50 mil. Malo Gusto is a 40 to 50 million pound player. He is. Yes, Dan Maka, what you saying, brother? Good morning. Welcome in, guys. If you are coming in and you just realised we're on, yes, we are on. It's a morning live for you guys. We are catching up on everything that's been going on with Chelsea through this transfer window at the moment. And yeah, we're literally giving it 2 weeks from now, 31st of July. We'll be back here on a Friday. We'll be analysing where we are at the end of this month and what we've done through this month and giving our thoughts and opinions. So keep an eye out for that one as well. But please make sure you roll up the likes. Mark Guiu. Nez says, I agree, it's time to go. I agree, Nez. It is time to go. It's time to go. 3 strikers, Jim. I'm being told Jackson's going to be playing on the left. People seem to think Jackson's going to be on the left-hand side of the he's going to be on the left-hand side of the team. Delap, Guiu, Omega. Yeah, Guiu. Guiu's either got to be sold or loaned. Omega, I think Alonso's probably going to look at, and that will be a pre-season decision. Delap isn't, I don't even know. Maybe he finds a way of getting the best out of Delap. I don't know. Maybe there's a reason why he's still around. And Jackson, and this is about João Pedro, by the way. I'm not even talking about João Pedro. You know what I mean? Like, we've got so much to do with such less time. We're nearly 1 month away from the start of the fucking season. Honestly. Did anyone find the information on... Oh, there we go. What's this? At a centre-back this summer, the player is keen on the move and personal terms are not expected to be an issue. Lacroix is still at the World Cup and has a third-place playoff to play at the weekend, so that is mostly why it stays pretty quiet. Things are likely to heat up. All right, cool. Keep using this World Cup thing as an excuse. Simon Phillips, fair play. If that's the case, and this is the truth, after tomorrow, guys, there is no excuse why we do not get a deal sorted for Lacroix. There's no excuse. So it works perfectly in tandem with what I'm saying. So from now until the 31st of July, we should all be expecting Lacroix to be a Chelsea player. We should all be expecting Lacroix to be at this club. Here, you heard it. Fabrizio has been saying it. Simon Phillips has brought it up this morning. After the World Cup, because that's the only delay. It's the only delay, guys. The World Cup. After the World Cup's done, we have 2 weeks till the end of July. We have to see Lacroix sorted. We have to. And let's go to Lacroix next. What is the recents on Lacroix? Let's get these guys off the picture. What is going on with Lacroix? Lacroix. July the 15th. Fabrizio Romano. I want to return to a name. Let's do it properly if we're going to do it. I want to return to a name, and that is Maxime Lacroix. Just because, guys, I'm not saying his name every day. You should know that his conversations are absolutely ongoing. Could be 2 centre-backs, depending on outgoings. Chevalier is not a centre-back. He's left wing. He's left wing back or left back. There you go. I want to return to the name Lacroix. There you go. I've answered it for you. So even Fabrizio is doubling down on Lacroix to Chelsea. Because he's not mentioning his name, because you're not hearing it being brought up, it does not mean that we're not doing anything. We are absolutely doing something. Have I just crashed? I think I crashed, didn't I? Right, I've proper lagged out. I've lagged out, guys. Patty Bomber. Who even listens to Patty? Craig just killed me. Why am I lagging so much? One second, guys. 1 second. That's better. Woo! I'm back. Right, I'm back. I was lagging so bad. Patty Bomber, yeah? So, guys, I forgot to mention this to you as well. On YouTube now, I can open your links. You can open links on YouTube. So it's not exactly playback, but you know, it's close to it, right? It's close to it. No, we're shameless. Gem. So I could literally open links. So what is this link you've sent me? Patty Bomber. Who the hell is Patty, man? As if we're actually listening to Patty. Is this a joke? Who is this guy? Who is he? Is this like indie? Is this like indie bullshit? Craig killed me with that comment. Why does your Fabrizio sound like a foreign David Attenborough? Oh, Craig. What are you saying, Craig? How are you? I'm Kunku, mate. Tastes weird. So, yeah, we can open up links now. So, if you've got any links that you want to share in the chat, I can open them. I can open them, lad. Which is great news. He is the Chelsea indie. He's a copy-paste merchant. Well, he says Como have signed Chalobah for 30 million euros fixed plus add-ons. So that's 25 million pounds plus add-ons, which is what I just said. He must be watching my live. Hi, Pay. Did you just listen to what I said and posted it? I said 25 million plus 5. It's literally that. He copied Dodgers' tweet. Well, Dodgers has got a tweet out. Let's have a look. Dodgers. Oh, there we go. That's better. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. We got some news from Dodgers. My boy Dodgers in the building. He says Como are aiming to close a deal for Trevor Chalobah in the next few hours, guys. Could we get and here we go for Chalobah? Now we're about to have a morning here we go for Chalobah. Who is this though? Who is this? Daniel Longo. Well, he is Milan. He's an Italian journalist. He is an Italian journalist, this guy. He's a credible source to some extent. From 35 to 27. But that's right. That's probably the all-round package. No. It's probably 27 million pounds, which is 32 million euros. Between 32 and 33 million euros, right? Am I right? Euros, GBP. Let's have a look. So 32 million is 27.2. Yeah, so about 32. It's about 32 million euros, guys. I've just checked it. Chalobah. So 27 million is what's being quoted here. He was right about the Manyan. What are you saying, Hashim? How are you, mate? Usually, and I'm not trying to we usually get very lucky. The one thing with us and the community on Kings of the Bridge, we get very lucky with deal announcements. Like, I'll be live and something will happen, or it will just happen, or it's about to happen. So maybe it will happen this afternoon. Maybe we'll get a Chalobah. Here we go. He genuinely does get front of shirt updates. That is legit, but his transfer news is very dodgy, is what Coutinho says. Longo's a decent source. Okay. Well, we will find out what's said. We'll find out what's said soon, because I'm sure we'll get some news from what's he called? What's he fucking called? From Fabrizio or an Ormstein. Maybe we'll get an Ormstein bomber. I need an Ormstein bomber, man. Shut some of these. I don't need all these. Guys, do me a favor. Over 80 of you here, run the likes up. I forgot to set up Twitter today. So we're only live on YouTube right now, which is, oh, fuck off. What's going on here? I actually need to restart my computer so this works properly. Do you know how much I'm going to be using this? Do you know how much I'm going to be using this GIF? Look how glitchy I am, man. This is really bad. So glitchy. Do you know how many times I'm going to be using this GIF now? Irrelevant to it being England. That is me. That's going to be me. That's going to be me the whole season to people. My new GIF. My new GIF, mate. Gem lagging. I'm lagging bad, aren't I? Right. If I leave and come back, can you stay here for like 2-3 minutes? Because this glitch, it's because I've not restarted my computer. Yes, Pels, what are you saying, darling? Pels, I'm back in the UK, man. I want to cry. I want to cry. Keep. That's it, GTino. That's what I want to hear. Keep, Enzo. Keep. Sure, we will wait for you. Yeah, use a K, because talk about Tuchel and stuff in the chat. But just give me 3 minutes, because, like, if I'm going to stay here for at least another hour, guys, I can't be doing this. This glitching thing's driving me mad. All right, give me 2 seconds, all right? I'll be back. Rotted blood. What is going on here? Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm back. But I'll be honest with you. I don't know what's going on here. What do you mean fab? As if we lost 50 people. Back on now. But like, what is going on here? I don't know what's happened to my screen. I can see you, but it's so zoomed in. Why are you saying fab? Fab. Have I missed him? He's trolling. What is going on here? Oh my God. Why do you keep saying fab? Am I better now? Can you see me? I'm not glitching, am I? Why is it doing that now? So confused. Everything's zoomed in. Did I get cooked by chat? Are they lying? You liars! Finally, Jim, here we go. You lied to me. The only thing that's come out now, and I've just seen it, is the Chalobah news. So stop this nonsense. Why is this so... What is going on here? What the hell? Oh my God, if you guys could see my... No, I'm not glitching, but it's my screen. I can't see myself. What the hell? What is going on here? I don't have a clue what's going on, guys. 1 second. Oh my God. Now my camera ain't working. For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake, mate. What? What is going on? Why are you doing this to me? 1 second, guys. I'm back. There we go. Yes. Fab tweet. Olise to Chelsea. Fuck off for your bullshit, man. I'm glitching again, aren't I? It's because my computer decided it needed an update as well. So it took me longer. To get back. No fake news. Yeah, why are you doing fake news on me, guys? Like, it's not nice. Yeah, yeah. Welcome back. I'm back. I am back. So what was we talking about? We were talking about Chalobah, right? Chalobah. That's better. I think we're back to normal now. We were talking about this, right? And it disappeared. Chalobah to Como is one step away. In the last few hours, Como submitted to Chelsea a third offer of 30 million euros plus 5 million in bonuses, guys. The distance with the English is reduced. A new meeting between the clubs and is scheduled in the next few hours. So this is being told that we should have a deal sorted in the next few hours for Trevor Chalobah. This is what we're being told right now. So again, today, we're being told a deal should be struck. Based on this news, let's see how true the news is, right? Based on this news right now, Chalobah is about to be sold. He is about to be sold. How do you guys feel about it? Are you all right? Are you okay with the fee? Did you want more? Are you just want to get rid? How do we feel about this the sale? Boring transfer window. After beating England, do you think Enzo can get? No. I don't see who's going to pay it. All-time stinker, this gem. What's the stinker? What's the stinker, Craig? What is the stinker, mate? What is the stinker? This will be done in next 2 hours. Coutinho. £27 million is the message. I'll just get up. Apparently, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. And how do we feel about it? How do we feel about it? This is how we feel about it. Oh, Jude, that's the one thing I hate Jude for. You know that? Why did you piss off Messi like that? Why did you piss off Messi like that, bro? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Wish it was pounds instead of euros, but I'm not mad. So, Pels, it's £27 million, which is 32 million euros. So, it'll be obviously 27 plus, I reckon, no, sorry, it'll be 30 million euros plus 5, they said. So, it should be more than that. If it's 30 million euros plus 5, which is what it says here, right? 30 million fixed with 5 million in bonuses, that's 35 million euros. That brings it to 30. That brings it to 30 million pounds, guys. It's actually more. It's actually more. Would have expected 10 million more, especially in the Euros. He didn't play though. If he'd played and like played that Mexico game and was part of the back five, I reckon we could have charged like 35, 40 mil. See, he's quality, mate. You see him? 5 million more. 10 million more. Just get rid of all the dross, and Chalobah is part of the dross. I get that, but, you know, need to see other dross go, you know. Jude Bellingham is the reason we lost the game, by the way, is what Esteval Williams says. I wish I have all the best. Great squad player. No. I hear you, bro. I hear you on that one. So, guys, it looks like that in terms of news, if you're just coming in, the big news right now is that Trevor Chalobah is looking like a deal could be struck for Trevor Chalobah in the upcoming hours. We're being told 30 plus 5 million. Some are saying it's 27 million fixed, 20 or 27 million pounds that Chelsea will earn from us. So keep an eye out for news around that. What else have we not spoken about today? Pep Chevalier, right? That's the next one. Pep Chevalier. Then we spoke about Pep Chevalier, right? We spoke about this guy. Yeah, 42.4 billion. Yeah, we spoke about him. Who else have we not spoken about today? Anything you guys want to highlight that I've missed? We've gone through quite a bit. We're doing a pretty much a 2-hour live for you guys. And also, what is the time? Yeah, we've got about 20 minutes, about half hour. We've got about half hour left of the live still. Now, anything you guys want to elaborate on whilst we're here? Hopefully we get it. Here we go. 12 o'clock, here we go. Do we wait till 12? and hope to get some lunch news. I reckon it'll be this afternoon. If it's true, what's being said, it'll be a late afternoon, late/mid afternoon. Here we go. Chalobah. Rayo taking the mick. I agree, but why is it, Ibrahim? Why has it took us this long to have this, to be dealing with a player which is meant to be £21 million, which supposedly is what we was going to put in to get the job done. So why would they put a 21 million bid in to then be told it's 42? Someone's telling porkies. Someone in and around the media, or what we're being told, has been telling us porkies, and it will. We'll find out. We'll find out sooner rather than later, mate. Did you see Barco and Jude get into it? I did see that. Overall, the World Cup is rigged. Move on is what Cookie says. He says it's rigged. He says it's game over. Where's Matt Maresca at? Matt Maresca's working. I've not seen anyone. I could send the link in the chat for the next half hour, see what the boys are doing. Should we do that? You want to see what the boys are saying? I don't know who will be around. But we can... Oh, I can't even send it. For fuck's sake. I've got to log into WhatsApp on my laptop. Continue. Done. Let's see if we can get the boys in. Yeah, there we go. Shall we get the boys in? As long as it's not Benji. Well, Craig, it most probably will be Benji. Oh, there you go. Matt's coming on in a second. Matt is here. Matt will be joining us in a second, guys. Tweet that said they want 50 million euros weeks ago. They told Winstewart 42 million all along. They are so stupid and probably thought they had said 21. So then Marks, this is my thing. Why have we been wasting time? Why have we been wasting the time? Matt is coming. Matt Shields. That's a good one. That is a good one. He'd find that funny, to be fair. Joe Shields is Matt Shields. Joe Shields' son is Matt. Matt Shields. We were told Chavari is a backup. Why the hype? And apparently he called Jude a loser. Read it this morning. What? We were told Chevalier is a backup. Why the hype? And apparently called Jude a loser. Read it. Did he? Did you read that, Denim? What's worse, Gem with technology or clear late negotiating? Listen, if the laptop needs to update like it did, all right, like I was glitching so badly, Matt, I had to leave the live so that I could restart. But as I restarted, it said, "Oh, it needs to update as well." Do you know what I mean? So it's done an update and just destroyed. It's just destroyed the live.
You got to remember, your boy Gem was in the air flying in Dubai, and he still got streamed through for everyone. So he's good with technology.
Yeah, exactly. I'm good with it. And plus, first thing in the morning, I've just landed and I'm sitting here on a live. You know what I mean? Going through everything. Listen. Yeah. Matt, listen. I mean, it's like we're getting some news around Chalobah today. They're saying in the next couple of hours we could potentially see a deal between him and Como. I've said, mate, that from now to, I don't know if you was here when I said it, but in 2 weeks' time, the 31st, which is a Friday, funny enough, we're going to do a show on the 31st of July. From now to then, we really need to start seeing some action, mate. If we don't see the likes of Chalobah going, Garnacho leaving, Lacroix being bought in, if we get to July the 31st and we're still sitting here, I think we need to have serious discussion about what we've seen, you know?
There's no excuses now. The World Cup's coming to an end. So to be fair, that makes sense. I think things are going to ramp up with Enzo Fernandez, whether he's going to be staying or going, hopefully staying. The whole thing with Chalobah now, you know, it was going to end at Como, but now it's hopefully Como. But that will then hopefully speed up the Lacroix deal as well. But I think you're absolutely right, mate. It needs to speed up now because I think we've all been very patient in terms of it having the situation that, okay, yeah, we got the World Cup. All right, let's just give them the benefit of the doubt. They've got to answer now. They got, this whole Chavaria deal as well. This is becoming a bit of a joke. That they keep moving the goalpost for him. Was it 50 million opening bid? No, they want 21 million, which we thought the release clause was, which is now all the way to 42. Fine. It's obvious. They don't want to sell. Move on. There's got to be some action happening now. I think
it's taken so long, isn't it? A couple of weeks for Pep Chavaria, a couple of weeks for Lacroix, a couple of weeks for Chalobah. All right, a week or so for Garnacho. Got to start seeing action, right? We kept saying action at the beginning of this window is more important than the words, right? It's all about the action, There is SAR news, weirdly enough, and that's what we'll quickly have a look at now. It's from the Standard, I believe. So they've said here that Chelsea are keen for SAR to move on loan to a Premier League club next season. They have also not ruled out keeping SAR to the club next term, internal solutions. And Xabi Alonso is expected to hold talks with him to determine his future. Could this be one that maybe we could use for Palace, for Lacroix, for example?
That as soon as I heard loan deal in the Prem, I was just thinking Palace.
Yeah. Again, it would have to be a loan, right? The issue here, you could probably do a loan with an obligation. I also think this is good for SAR, right? I think he needs to get a game time. I think he needs to be playing. He come to Chelsea mid last season and didn't even kick ball. He had that PSG absolute monstrosity at home where he gave the ball away for the first goal.
It was in Charlton as well. Was it Charlton he had? Was it in that?
And Charlton. But other than that, why did we bring him back away from Strasbourg? It was just a dumb move, And
Anselmino, and then poor Anselmino came back, and then we shipped him on loan. When did Matt get risk
Do a pre-season watch along for Spurs match 1st August, or even the first match. 10:45 a.m. Yeah, we could do. You know what? We might do a pre-season watch. I haven't got the yet. I haven't got the Chelsea £14 entry. Have you? Yeah, as well.
No. I don't mind doing it for pre-season stuff. That's fine. I'm happy to pay for that because you're watching a game, but not for interviews with your manager.
Pretty sure Palace are looking at him already. Well, we was told, Jay, that they were looking at him. I think it was yesterday or the day before. There was news around Palace interested in SAR. He needs Prem experience. Palace, Anselmino. Yes, please watch along. Okay, maybe we'll do some preseason watch alongs for you guys.
That'll be good.
It'll be good if it's early morning ones like that. I can keep us as long as I haven't got a meeting. I'll be free, so I don't mind doing it.
Question, Jen, are we allowed to show that on here at all?
No.
As long as everyone can kind of somewhat keep in line and watch it on their phone, tablets, or whatever.
There'll be a paywall on it. So if you put something that's got a paywall on it, then we'll get in trouble. Basically, if it was on YouTube, if it's on YouTube, we can air it. Weirdly enough. So if the game's on YouTube, if it was on like Chelsea's YouTube channel, for example, then they'd be able to watch it. Do you know what I mean? He played in the Arsenal game. Did he? I don't even remember. What's your thoughts quickly, mate, on this whole obviously we spoke a lot about Chelsea, but with the whole England and Argentina thing and Enzo as well and all that,
well, my narrative very much was, before the game, I started to unfortunately get tangled into the media circus and actually start going, do you know what, just get him gone. After seeing that game against England, it's made me completely switch and go, we cannot let this man go. We just can't. I know he was shot outside the box a little bit more. Yes, the circumstances was that he maybe had a bit more time, maybe played a bit deeper. But yeah, he had a good game. He was rough and ready. But what do you expect? It's a big game. It's a big fixture. It's a big historical fixture as well. And that's what they're going to be like. They're going to do everything for Messi. He's clutch. And he's clutch in big moments. We don't have that, particularly in our team. And Xabi Alonso will need every clutch player he can have to get us through this season. So Enzo has to stay. Will he stay? I don't think so now. I think what's happened here is actually benefited Blueco to get what they want. I'm telling you, imagine if he has a great performance in the final and gets the winner. He's then a double World Cup winner. Clutch moments within this World Cup campaign as well. He's solidified that figure of 120 million minimum.
I wish he'd do this to like Arsenal away or like fucking one of the like Tottenham away. Like he scores and he does this celebrate. I'm going to be using this gift so much next season.
Well, I know exactly when this is going to happen. If we get a contract renewal, here we go from Fabrizio. That's for sure. But I think, I mean, the whole Tuchel thing. I think what happened there was very much he reacted to the fact that we were just getting peppered, and so he thought, right, we need to pack it out. But where my issue is there was no outlay for a counter attack, and Harry Kane just can't do that. I think it was too early to do that, to be honest. People calling him to get sacked. I mean, look, this is very controversial, but I think it's too hastily to ask. He's had one tournament. I think it'd be silly to get him sacked. I think the only other alternative, and it won't happen, is Pep. But that won't happen. But to be honest, I thought we were quite mid the whole way through anyways. Performances weren't great. The defense was terrible. And again, maybe that's on Tuchel, the selection as well of certain players. I think certainly not bringing Trent is massive now because obviously with what happened with Reece. I'm not sure, to be honest. I wanted it to carry on because I didn't want to really get back to focusing on Chelsea, but that's going to happen now.
His value increased to 150 million, by the way. Yeah, Jem, I think we win versus Arsenal game week 3. We have got Arsenal game week 3. I mean, let's have a quick look at the Premier League fixtures.
Their players are absolutely injured. I mean, Declan Rice looks stricken of any fitness. Saka.
Look at what's his name? Saliba's got a chronic back issue. He's out for 5 months. So
is he really?
Yeah.
Oh God, Lacroix.
No. They've got too many centre backs. I keep saying this to people. Someone said they'll buy Lacroix, but that means they're going to spend 60 million on Lacroix when they have Calafiori, Mosquera, Hincapi. I doubt it. But guys, this is, if you haven't hit the likes, please hit the likes. There's over nearly 80 people plus here. We appreciate you all being here. This is our run. We haven't even looked at this yet, but this is our run under the Xabi Alonso era. Obviously, some pre-season games to watch. The first game being obviously against on Tuesday the 28th at 10:45 a.m. So morning kickoffs, which is good. Is that 10:45 a.m.? That is a.m., isn't it?
Are you on? Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's 10:45 a.m. So we got Western Sydney Wanderers, which we can watch. The 1st of August, a couple of days later. We have the Chelsea Spurs game, which we'll probably do a watch along for, guys, on that one.
Good.
So we'll get into that one. Maybe we'll get a watch along in for Chelsea versus Juventus as well in the friendly, depending on the day and time. And also we've got Milan at 1 o'clock in the afternoon as well. So 3 big-ish sort of pre-season games. And then we have Johar, Darrell, Tazem. So probably won't do one for that. So, but then 3 Spurs, Juventus, and Milan, depending on the day and time and how the watch-alongs go, we could potentially look to do a watch-along for that.
Was our opening game on Monday then?
Our
opening game's Monday Night Football then? It's 24th of August.
Is it?
I think so.
I don't know. What are the dates for these games? I've not even looked.
24th of August is Monday. Yeah. First game is Monday Night
24th
Football.
of August. Yeah, sorry. 24th of August is Monday. Yeah, so our first game is 24th. Matt, we're literally nearly a week away from the start of the season. And when you look at where we are currently at the moment, we've got a lot of work to do, haven't we? We've got so much work to do.
I know everyone wants incomings, but it's the outgoings as well, mate. I mean, we have this every season that the same deadwood stay. And then what we have to do is we have to use all the loan spots to get rid of them because no one wants them.
Yeah, it does. Monday Night Football returns. It does indeed. They are buying a centre back, but they will get Consa, not Lacroix.
Well, good. After his performance, glad.
Alonso Ball against. I see a lot of people saying get Stones as well. As a backup.
I think Stones could be an option. I think it's more from the experience point of view. I mean, it's not going to be the Thiago Silva story, but they were both at fault for that second goal. I mean, anyways.
Alonso Ball is Amarin Stinker. Can't wait for that. Cool, man. Why are Milan and Johar a day apart? Are they?
Yeah, it's like what they did before when we had, was it Leverkusen in another game?
Yeah. So it's just like one squad plays one game and another squad plays another game, sort of thing, to bring them up to speed. Yeah. Fulham, Brighton, Arsenal, Hull, Brentford. That's our first 5 games before we get into October. So Fulham, Brighton, Arsenal, Hull, and Brentford. I don't think that's a bad start to the season, Matt, when you look at that, really.
Sometimes it's almost better to play certain teams when they're a bit cold, especially in Arsenal. Yeah.
I think getting Arsenal away out of the way is a good one, though. Just get it out of the way. Do you know what 100%. I mean? But Fulham away is like a home game, really. So that should be, comfortable. Brighton at home will be an interesting one. But again, I think we should deal with that. Hull at home, we should be beating Hull. And Brentford away is the only one, really.
Yeah, well, Brentford away is always a shitty one, isn't it?
It always ends up being a draw, Fab tweeted, Jembo not coming Chelsea. Fab tweeted. Where? Is this a lie? You keep pranking me this morning, these lot. I think it's like early morning pranks on me, I know, fair play. It ain't. There is a Jared Bowen update from Fabrizio Romano, which basically says Jared Bowen stays at West Ham and will play for West Ham in the Championship next season.
What the fuck?
He signed a revised contract at the club, and his decision is to continue at West Ham, the captain stage. You know what? Fair play to him.
I was going to say that's
loyalty right there.
It's a big risk for West Ham as well because, from a financial point of view, I don't know what terms he's going to be on, but they've obviously, I reckon, had to pay him a fair bit to stay. So they want to go straight back up. I was just about to say there was some news on Alvarez as well.
And then we've got some Alvarez news that's just come out of the bomber, an absolute bomber outside of Chelsea. The CEO has said that Julian Alvarez will not leave this summer. My position is clear. The club's position is clear. We've made it known to the player, his representatives, and the president of Barcelona. I have absolutely no doubt that Atletico is in the right place in the world for Julian, and that he's the perfect centre forward for Atletico Madrid. I recently heard the president say that we'd offer an offer made. Blah, 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 blah. We do not want to transfer him. We did not accept 100 million euros and won't accept one of 150 million euros or even 200 million euros. Wow.
Can't you say something? I mean, look, he's a good player, but is there a slight overhype in him being that figure? Or is that just me? Is that quite controversial? I think he's maximum like a 90 million pound player to 100 max. Talking about 100, am I missing something with this?
I just think the market's gone mad. If it was opinion, I think the market's lost its head. To be quite honest with you, 200 million. It's just crazy.
That's why I expect Haaland to be at that price.
Jim, why you fair play that it's because Danny Dyer has had him up by the throat. Doesn't want a hiding from Danny Dyer. That's funny as well. They're talking Elise's prices for Alvarez. Well, apparently Elise, and this was in the Marca, Real Madrid. Apparently Elise wants to leave and go to Real Madrid.
Yeah,
I read. Apparently he's made a decision to leave, which is interesting.
That transfer it's just getting worse and worse every time you hear it. When you see how he played at Bayern, now he's going to probably do absolutely incredible at Madrid. Just because we wanted to save 50 grand on our wage bill for him.
Yeah. Alvarez last year had 6 goals, by the way. What?
This is what I mean. Don't get me wrong. If he came to Chelsea, I'd be like, oh, he's the best player ever. I want to sign him.
He's the best player in the world.
But I think the market's just gone crazy. I think he's obviously got a very marketable name as well. But if they're saying he's, I don't know, 150 to 200 million, well, that's the same as Enzo Fernandez then. If that's what we're saying in the market.
Yeah. Elise wants Madrid. 100 million euros for Elise is ridiculously cheap. I'm not going to lie. He's easily 150 mil minimum for me. He's that good.
What did we get our bid accepted for him? What was it, 45 or something? 50?
His release clause was 38 million or saying 40 million. And then we fucked around because of the wages. We didn't want to pay him 200K. We was like, no, we only pay maximum 100 and whatever £1,000. We don't break our structures. This bollocks. 35 mil. It was 35 mil. You were going to spend 35 mil to treble your profit earnings on him now because he would have been
two transfer windows in a row.
Two transfer windows ago.
You're right, absolutely. The resale of that as well, like because let's be honest, when Madrid or whatever they come knocking, it's hard to keep them at your club.
Well, from a business standpoint, Matt, they ain't really smart, are they? Well, like if you look at the Elise deal, like they've really
well. And this is a question I'm going to ask you guys now, and Jem. Do you feel now? Like obviously, I saw there was something yesterday that apparently Chelsea were almost a bit annoyed and frustrated that they let Cucurella go so quickly and early. How much do you reckon Cucurella is worth now after this World Cup?
60 mil.
So an extra 5.
60 to 70 mil. 60 to 70 mil. In fact, if you want to be a dickhead about it, like the market's being at the moment and clubs, you could probably go for 80 because he's in his prime.
Yeah.
70 to 80 mil.
I get why they wanted to get it done early because obviously they want to be reactive and get the players they need in quick. And then
Pels says 80 mil. Like I don't even think you're too far wrong about that, Pels. I'm not going to lie. Like it's crazy. We've definitely sold them for dirt cheap. We have this tweet here that says, what did it say? I forgot. It says, what's your thoughts on the rumours of the 5 players Xabi Alonso does not want in the first team, supposedly? So we've got Badiashile, Disasi, Garnacho, Jorgensen, Delap. I mean, they're all sellable, right? I think we can all agree that they all need to go. If you had to go through each one and guess where you think they would go if we do sell them and guess a fee as well, what would it be?
Okay, right. Let's go with the easy options to start with. So I think Delap, probably like an Everton, I reckon 35 million, something like that.
Okay.
Bloody hell. Garnacho, okay, let's say it's an obligation, 25 plus 5, so again 30 mil. I don't think we'll get what we need for him.
Okay.
So that's 60, so let's say 65 million. Fucking hell. Badiashile, let's just say AC Milan. I don't think we'll get any more than 20 million for him. Am I being harsh? Badiashile, do you reckon?
Disasi? As well.
It's annoying. I think if West Ham stayed up, they would have bought him. So I don't know what club, but if you're talking about a fee, I'd say it'd be kind of 20 to 25 again. So what's that at the moment? So we've got 60. You're looking at over 100, 110, let's say. Jorgensen. How much we pay for him? 20 million.
I'd sell them all for a KFC bucket personally, but I would.
Let's be being ultra serious. Anyway.
I would take the biggest KFC bucket in the world. Yeah, I'd have you could give me 100 chicken wings or 100 chicken breasts, and I'd accept that for Garnacho, Badiashile, Jorgensen, and then maybe to give me another 50 wings, I'd get rid of Delap and Disasi.
For Garnacho, I'd be willing to take all the gristly bits in a bargain bucket.
So yeah, I would go. Someone said there's news from Longo again. We'll have a look at that in a second. So by the way, guys, just to let you know, you can put links in the comments now and we can open them. But you have to do it. Yeah, but you can't do it from here. You have to do it from YouTube. So if you go, if you have it open on YouTube, the chat, you can click the link now.
Nice.
You couldn't do that before. So if people want to start sharing links again, like it was in the days of playback, you can do that in the comments now. I can literally open them up straight away, which is great. Great news. I will go with Delap 35 to 40 mil, Jorgensen about 20 mil, Garnacho about 35, Disasi about 25, Badiashile about 15 to 20. They're all losses. Every single one of them's losses.
And they're losers as well.
They're all losses, mate. Yeah, that's fine, mate. I'm gonna jump off it soon as well.
Yeah, nice.
It's just tying things up. Indy will do you a good deal on the KFC bucket. Indy's the guy that supplies the chicken, mate. All right, Daniel Longo. He's put eyes to this, so there's obviously truth behind it. He's saying Como are significant progress and expected to close a deal within a couple of hours. This is the guy that initially reported it this morning, who's now eyed it as well. So it looks like this Chalobah deal could, Matt, be our here we go today. We might get a here we go.
I think if we get a here we go, there has to be massive momentum for Lacroix now, because that's what we were all saying before. That's the reason why it's being delayed, because we need to get defenders out. Well, we're going to have to start seeing some movement, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah. Keep an eye on that one. We'll wait here till 12 o'clock just in case we get an update, as always. I know Matt's going to leave in a second.
Yeah, I've got to go now, guys. But I will see you guys around soon. Hopefully, we'll get here we go.
We're going to be on a lot more now, aren't we? Back and forwards on lives. We're going to get daily lives from most of the stuff, guys. So don't worry. Maybe even later on today if something goes on.
Anyways, peace, everyone. Have a good day.
See you later, Matt. Take care, mate. Matt is out the building. And it's now you're left with me again. Does anyone in the chat want to have their say quickly? I'm opening up the door for you to come in. I want to just see if anyone wants to come up and have their say. If you do, then I'm giving you like 10, 15 minutes to come in. There you go. We never usually do this. Jump up in the live and share your thoughts. You'll be back for the big bomb. I mean, is Chalobah a bomber? Is Chalobah an actually bomber? I don't even know. I don't even know if it is a bomber. I think it's more a case of like, maybe this is the trigger. Maybe we're now seeing the trigger, is what I call it. You know what I mean? If anyone does want to come up, they are more than welcome to come up and have a quick version, a quick question. If you've got any questions, get your questions in. We have a comment from Bobby Vincent 1 minute ago as well. Bobby Vincent, guys. Bobby, there's a Vincent. I look at a selection of CFC youngsters who could be loaned out next season. Shimi Moheka, who has interest from elsewhere, has talks continue over a new contract. There we go. Shimi, Shimi. What do you think about this guy as well? Am I right? What do you think is going to happen with this guy? Be interested to know. What do you think? We all said he's going to disappear. He's going to leave. He ain't getting in this team. Seems like Alonso's going to see him, see what he's about. But a mega up front next season. What do we think about that? What do we think about that? Como remain in talks. Como remain in talks with Chelsea over Trevor Chalobah. Chelsea have turned down 2 offers. Yeah. After pre-season, he's gone. You think it's one of them pills where he plays and then Alonso makes a decision and then we just loan him somewhere, right? Potentially. I can see that happening. Jem, are you watching tomorrow night game? AM not. Depends on the time. Tomorrow I'm out. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it'll be good to just still watch. But I do expect both teams to play like players that haven't even kicked ball. This England and France game is just, there's no point of it. I don't see the point of playing the game, to be honest with you. Now, Jim up front is Datro Fofana. Where even is that guy? Where even is that guy, Toby? I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know. Chris has just messaged me. Get Chris up quickly. Should we get Chris up? Shall we get Chris up? Don't see Chris in a while. There we go, Chris Boy. There we go. Chris in the building. Omega should be the backup for João Pedro. In our squad somewhere. Watch TT start Mainu and Kane tomorrow. I think he's going to play probably Tony or Watkins, Mainu. You'll probably see Rashford start. You'll probably see O'Reilly start. I think you'll probably see... It'd just be a random team. It'd be such a random team. I'm interested to see if France play a strong team tomorrow or not. I see Alex Goldberg said that Chelsea are having a shit summer window in terms of incomings and outgoings. So far, yeah. Yeah. I hear it. Watkins and Mainu, yeah. Kante's might get... I think he will, Pels. I think he will. He's been on the bench, isn't he? It could be Kante and Kone. That'd be quite a good little mix, them two, I think. Trev starts. Yeah, Trev will start. I doubt it. Deschamps is not their coach no more. I don't know. I don't know. Daniel Longo just brought out a tweet. Where did he go? Just see it. Longo. Just see a tweet come up. Oh, it was an hour ago. Important steps towards Chalobah. Couple of important steps towards for Chalobah, aiming to close in the next few hours. Mate, we've been on for nearly 2 hours this morning. We've absolutely smashed it. Big up to all you guys that have been here through it. Something a little bit different. I wanted to try and bring in a morning live. Maybe we'll do a couple more. Remember, 2 weeks' time, the big live here, Friday, 31st. We'll be analysing the transfer window at the end of July as well. So make sure you're around for that one. Yeah, man, it's been pretty interesting. And Chris has now joined us. How are we doing, my boy? How are you?
Yeah, not bad, mate. How you doing? Long time.
Yeah, mate, it's been a while, you know. Yeah, we've just been on for nearly 2 hours this morning. Obviously, I've been back from Dubai now, so I thought the first thing I'd do is just do a real, just all-round catch-up on where we are, what's going on, and obviously, like, you know, where, you know, how things are going. But firstly, how you doing, mate? How is everything? And yeah, what's been happening?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm doing good. The changing shifts and changing life has made it very difficult for me to come on consistently like I used to. But obviously, yeah, I was tuning in this morning, had some time this morning, and yeah, I thought I'd come and jump in and see what else she was talking about. Of course, there's not really that much to talk about. Obviously, you've covered pretty much everything that's been going on. I mean, there's not a lot. I mean, you've done well to hang on for an hour and 47 minutes, to be fair.
Yeah.
With everything that's going on, it's just all a bit doom and gloom and just waiting for that next week.
It was just opening up, Chris, like all the things that we're supposedly got going on, right? And this is where I ask you, but just to see what your opinions are on it. But like, let's start with Trevor Chalobah stuff. Like, it seems like it's been, again, something that's been going on for a while. Inter Milan have said not interested, so we're not going to get the money we wanted, which is supposedly between 30 and 35 million. But now it seems like Como are looking at like 27 million pounds, which is like 30 plus 5 million euros. So what's your thoughts on this one?
Just get it done. It's pure profit at the end of the day. Just get it done. We need people out. Unfortunately, we've got a conveyor belt of players that we need to move off the conveyor belt before we can bring other players in. Again, it's pure profit. I think he deserves a move. He deserves a full-time appointment somewhere. He's been at Chelsea on and off and always dealt with it professionally. And I think he'll do well over in Como in Italy under Cesc Fabregas. I do. And I don't know why we've rejected 2 bids already, if the reports are true. But when it comes to that type of thing, just get it done. I think he's probably the last player you'd want to see leave. You'd rather see the Disassis, Badiashils, Tossins go first. But if we've got to move on people, then let's just move him on for the best of his career, I think.
Yeah, I hear you on that. And I think we're at that point now where I think, we just need to get on with it, really. Okay, what's your thoughts on Lacroix scenario? Again, we're being told to kind of like hold fire regards to it. Obviously, the last report
being from Fabrizio on the 15th of July, saying that even though he's not mentioning his name, that conversations are still absolutely ongoing between us and Lacroix. Is this one for you would you say the most important signing? And do you think we'll get it done with the fact that it's just been going on for so long?
Well, it worries you, doesn't it? When things have been going on for a while, it starts to worry you. I think we're us as a fan base. We are just clutching on the straws. We want stuff done quickly because we just, we don't have anything concrete anymore. I think Lacroix is an important player. I think he did do well the other day when he got brought on. He's obviously now going to be playing against England on Saturday because Chalobah was going to be out for a while. So I do expect to see him again. And I'm pretty sure Chelsea fans are going to be watching him with a close eye. But that is a type of player that we're going to need. We're going to need in that back line, especially in a back three, I think. Again, they're going to use Saturday as another way to delay any sort of discussions, but this should be a pretty simple one, I think. I'm pretty sure now Crystal Palace have now got a player in, haven't they, in the centre-back position. I know that they were looking at Charlie Creswell, which obviously fell through, and I think they have now just gone and got another player. But I think Chelsea just make it difficult for themselves. I think fees, prices and stuff, they were nitpicky anyway, but especially in this window, they're nitpicking to hell, which is making it difficult for other clubs because at the end of the day, the players that we want, they don't have to sell. So they can push however they want whilst we're also pushing as well. But again, Lacroix, of course, I'd love to see him in a Chelsea show. But I'm seeing a lot of Chelsea fans, nitpicking at his game the other day. Like, he's not world class. He's not this. He's just what we need at the moment. We're not going to be getting world class players, but he is a needle mover for me.
Of course he is. I think he brings experience. I think he's a good player to have next to Colwell. I think you have add that better quality in the back, which is what we need. And we're not saying he's world class and he's a world beater, but that game against Spain wasn't even on him. I don't know why people were moaning about it. Like, I don't really think he done much wrong in that game. They're talking about the second goal, but if someone's passed the ball and he's running at full pelt past you, unless you stand in front of them and get a yellow card, what are you meant to do? Like, do you know what I mean? They don't stop the pass going in behind, and then he's through. Do you know what I mean? But it's a bit of a hard one, shall I say, on the Lacroix. But I do think it's the most important one as well, mate, to get done. Do you know what I mean?
It is the most important. Honestly, I think that getting him in and getting rid of a lot of deadwood at the moment are the two most important things. I'm not even thinking about other players at the moment, to be honest with you.
What about Garnacho? Obviously, we've got lots of talks around. He is not, Alonso does not see him as a part of his plans. Roma are supposedly really interested in it. We're still waiting to see what's going to be put down. Chelsea want 50 million euros, 45 million sterling for Premier League clubs. Again, I just said, Chris, this is one that whoever decided to bring him on board last year and spend the 40 million should also be leaving with him. I think that's a fair judgment in the way that, the fact that we're now having problems, I wouldn't say problems, but, maybe problems trying to sell him for what we bought him for. We might have to end up taking a loss at the end of it. But what's your thoughts on this whole Garnacho scenario?
Well, I think Winstanley should have been told, well, I would like to say he'd been told, this is your fuck up. You get rid of him this summer and you get a price that we want. If not, then we'll lose an SD because we can't afford to be having 5 SDs and causing this sort of error. But this then asks a question which is completely unrelated, but the Pep Javaria deal, right? They're obviously looking at 40+ million or whatever, which would be their most expensive transfer in their history, I believe, or their recent history. But they're probably looking at Chelsea thinking, hang on a minute, you want to get rid of Garnacho for that much when he's been shit, and then you want to take one of our best players potentially for half of that price. Teams are going to be making a mockery of Chelsea, but Garnacho has to get gone, and I think that they might have to cut their nose to spite their tongue. I think they might have to even look at the regions of 32 million. I think just to get rid of him, they're going to have to. They're going to have to lose money on him.
Yeah, I hear you as well, mate. Sorry if there's anything else really. Other than that, mate, it's just waiting around for the usual outgoings. Like, we're going to get rid of Badisasi, Badiashile. Like, there's so much outgoings, Chris, that we need to sort out. That
exactly.
Even though the World Cup's been on, and yes, there might have been delays for certain players, why has it stopped us focusing on others that do need to leave this club? Like, why are we still sitting here nearly the end of July with pretty much the same squad as we had last year?
Well, we know that
Yeah.
I mean, Disasi is wanted by West Ham. He's still wanted by West Ham, but obviously they're a Championship club. I think that's gonna be his last option. So I think he's waiting. They're all just waiting games. That's unfortunately what we're going to be. We're going to be down to the last couple of weeks before we sell some of these players, like your Disasi, your Badia Shields. Tossing, what's going to happen with him? There was links with Como. We don't know. Probably not now. Now Chalobah is going to be going there. Unfortunately, teams are going to be catching us out right to the last minute. And unfortunately, we need to get rid of these players to be able to bring in players. So that's why I don't think we're going to be bringing in a lot of players. But you did mention earlier on the live, which I thought was interesting, Manu Kone.
Yeah.
Manu Kone, to me, is a brilliant player. He's a brilliant player. But when he's fit, if you look at his injury record, that is a concern because you would just be bringing in another potential Romeo Lavia. And we've already got one of those. We don't need another one, and especially for the price. Can you gamble? Was it 60 to 70 million potentially? Will you gamble that much money on potentially him being in the physio room most of the time? Because he picks up a knock, comes back for a game, then picks up another knock, and then picks up something else. He's inconsistent like Lavia. But again, such a great player. And I mean, he has had a good World Cup and he hasn't actually been injured, which is great. But it's just that injury record that's worrying me.
I didn't even realise the injury record until you said it.
Yeah, it is quite concerning. It's just little nitpicky injuries here and there, but it's just the consistency in which he's getting them is a concern. I can't remember how many days he's actually been out for the most. Yeah, look at that one, 40 odd days.
Jesus Christ, mate. Yeah, having a look at this. Muscular problems, 40 days out, missed 7 games. They're not big injuries because it's only like 1 game here, 4 games there, 1 game here. But if you look at it, he's always, each and every season, he's always got some sort of issue. Torn muscle fiber, muscle fatigue, bruise on the ankle, hamstring injury. And they're all like, they're not the same concurring injury. They're all mixtures, hamstring muscle, muscular problem. He seems to be a bit of that is a bit of a kick in the shin. But I would like to think that he wouldn't be one that starts every game anyway. He'd be like, if you keep Enzo, for example, and you have Caicedo and you have Lavia, all right, depending if he's fit, and you brought in Kone, he would be on a rotation, which I think would be good for him anyway. He'd be on like a rotational basis, right? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Last season, he was out for, was it 70 games?
Yeah.
70 days, sorry, not 70 games, 70 days. Again, when you want to sort of bring that team down to a more tighter squad, given that we haven't got that much football to play, I mean, maybe that might work in his favour, less football coming on in important moments, playing certain games, but it's whether you can keep him for them games. But from a footballing perspective, absolutely, you would love him in the team, but from what we've seen with Romeo Lavia, we should know better than that. We should know better that we can't go committing that sort of money to these type of players. Unfortunately.
Yeah. How much is he? I mean, how much is he? Do we even know? Has there been a fee put in for him?
I don't know, but I can imagine that they're going to be maybe looking at
£50 million, apparently.
So you probably are looking at about 70 million. You're going to always add on a bit more than that. So given that he's had a pretty decent World Cup as well, he's not torn it apart, but he's had a good World Cup. And obviously teams are looking at him, so they're going to be probably pushing that for 70 to 75 million euros, maybe, which is what, 62 million pounds, maybe.
Yeah.
But I can see him maybe going elsewhere. But he is someone that I would probably like to come in next to Caicedo. But then we've got the question, Gem, of Barco, Valentin Barco, Romeo Lavia, Dario Asugo. And
then I mean, what's his name's even in training, isn't he? Young lad, our reserve boy. He looks like he's packed out as well.
Reggie Walsh. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, fuck me. Have you seen the way he looks at the moment?
I had to double take him. Like, I couldn't believe the size of him.
I thought it was Palestra. I saw it.
He won the bleep test as well the other day, didn't he?
Yeah.
He won the bleep test. I mean, he's a great player anyway.
He's looking serious, like he's really going to start pushing into like wanting to be around, Premier League, starting in Premier League teams, maybe even across Europe.
Do you think that whatever happens with Enzo Fernandez is going to sort of contribute to how we shape our defence, our midfield? Sorry, from the CDMs to the likes of Enzo's position, that sort of maybe diamond or that triangle,
Well,
how it's going to be.
Do you think he's going to go still? Like, what's your feelings on this? Like, do you feel like he's going to go?
Well, there's been
Enzo.
reports about him with Atletico Madrid, which I think is just absolutely crazy. I think if he's really pinning on being in Real Madrid in the future, there's no way he's going to Atletico Madrid.
No.
And
I
that's
don't
only
see him spending that money as well.
No,
Where are they spending that money?
they don't spend big. They don't spend big like that. And to be honest with you, I think that now Chelsea could probably do what Raul Vallecano are doing now, moving the goalposts. They could easily say if he wins this World Cup, 2-time World Cup winner, won a few trophies at Chelsea and being a clutch player that he is, because he is, let's get it right, he's a clutch player. He comes in big moments. He done it for us against Leeds. He done it the other day against Egypt. He's done it against England. You're definitely looking more in the regions of Elliot Anderson's fee, without a doubt.
I mean, I think he was really good in the second half against Argentina, against England. He just controlled the game so well, and it was a little bit different because they dropped him a little bit deeper. He actually went deeper, so Paredes got taken off, and he was the deeper midfielder. And listen, he didn't have to worry about the defensive aspect because we made it easy for him by playing a back five and not having no attack, right? So we didn't see that aspect of his game, which we know is quite weak. But another example of why I keep saying to people, Chris, that if we're playing low blocks at home, instead of having him in that 10, and listen, his goals and assists are great. He arrives in the box, he does it in there as well. We've seen it. But if you have him that slightly bit deeper, maybe you start seeing a different version of him, shooting more outside the box, for example, which we're seeing a lot more of him doing, like against England. You know, he's long range passing, which we saw again. He's passing into the pockets to Messi and stuff, and then taking the ball forward. And I just thought, whether you like him or not, this is irrelevant to me. It really is irrelevant. You either support the player or you just physically don't like him. But you should be putting that aside on the fact of one thing for me, which is what's the best for this club right now and where we stand. And the best thing right now for this club is having him at the team. You can't tell me that not having Enzo Fernandez in this Chelsea squad is a benefit, because that means you're trusting the guys that can't even sort out the shit that we're watching now to go out and bring in another profile of player or whatever they're going to do that's going to be able to not only match the GNA which he's given us, but also give us like the creativity element. You know what I mean? That vision that we do need. It's important. Yeah. So I just don't understand it. Like, I don't understand it.
We got to keep him for another year. I think I'd love to see him stay for another year. Work under Xabi Alonso, help the team, and then hopefully get us into a better position where we can go into the market next season, move him on. Valentin Barco maybe being around his Argentinian compatriot as well can sort of work in and around him, and maybe be able to bring in someone of his caliber that can fill into his shoes and build from there. Enzo Fernandez, going back to him against England the other day. I don't know whether you and the guys noticed, and this happened a lot at Chelsea when we're playing against low blocks. He'll sometimes when the ball comes across to him, it's because he's standing on the edge of the box, and normally he's under more pressure, and he'll take his quick shot, and it won't always be to what we want. And we saw that even against England as well. We saw him taking them snapshots, but when he arrives later from that deeper position, like you said, Jem, and then he's able to take that touch. Jude Bellingham knew straight away. He's like, we cannot give him this time. Yeah, I need to get out of there as quick as I can. He had so much more time, and he was able to deliver that ball and execute it perfectly for that goal. Which is why I think you're right in saying that, in them moments that we are facing a low block, maybe we are trying to chase the game a little bit. You do actually drop Enzo back deeper. Why? Because he can, if he's got more space deeper, he can do them balls over the top, which will then be weighted perfectly. And also then he can arrive a bit later, and then he can take them shots on the edge of the box. Look, we know he's a good box crasher, but that is when he's more open space. But
how will Xabi Alonso, if he does stay, utilise him? Will he look at him as a pivot player, to someone that can play deep and do the Xhaka type role? Does he still see him as like a left inside 10? Where he's played a bit further forward and he can dictate there. It's going to be so interesting to see. Firstly, I still think he's going to stay because I just don't see who's going to lay the money. I really don't, outside of Real Madrid. So I still think that he'll probably still be here. But let's see after the World Cup.
He could be a hybrid, right?
Yeah, he'd be a hybrid. Yeah, he would be. Yeah. But I just don't see, putting aside like the quality as well. It's the leadership qualities. It's the clutchness. It's the turning up in the big games. It's having that type of mentality around the squad, right? You want them kind of players. Look at him, the way how important he is to Argentina. Messi doesn't score, but he's going to step up. because he's got that mentality to be like, all right, give me the ball. I'm the man. I'll get us back in this. And we've seen it for Chelsea. I see people tweeting saying we don't see this enough at Chelsea. You know, he does it in Europe and he does it for his international team. That's a lie. That's a lie. It's a general lie. There's been so many times where we've sat here and gone, Enzo Fernandez is the reason why we got through today. Or Enzo Fernandez is a difference in a draw against Man City away when we nearly lost, for example. Or
but then people don't.
I mean?
That's why, Jem. But then people don't want to see it. It's not that they don't see it; it's because they don't want to see it. Because the negativity around the team, especially last season, he was the only one that was pulling up, showing up. And he didn't even want to be here, and he was one of the only ones that was showing up. Like people are saying, "Oh, I'm concerned. Why would you want to play in a team that doesn't want to play for you?" Well, I'm not being funny, but last season, do you think he wanted to play to us towards the end? No, but he still gave it his all.
Yeah, that's the one thing I think you can't criticize him for. And this is why when people say, what sort of Enzo Fernandez will we get if he stays? I just think he'd be the same. Like, he would just put his head down and he'll get on with it, because I do think there's not hate to Chelsea. I don't think he has that hate. There's no hate towards us. He might not like the board or that side of things. So that's a different story, you know. But I do
he
think
would love working under Xabi Alonso. He would love it for a season. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, it would be cinematic. I'm not going to lie, of Mbappe and Elise and Vinny Jr.
That's come back round again, isn't it?
Yeah, it has done, yeah, supposedly through Master. So we'll see what happens with that. But guys, need to tie up 2 hours and 6 minutes this morning for you. It's a real big catch up for the week. I know I've not been around too much, but listen, I'm back in the UK, so expect a lot more lives throughout this transfer period window. It'll be mornings, it could be afternoons, it could be evenings. Who fucking knows? It just depends on what happens from now to the next couple of weeks and moving forward. Obviously, it's good to see Chris back on with us as well. Everyone's been very busy, and I know what it's like. I know how it is, so fully understand that. But it'll be good to start seeing us all back on together. Maybe Benji, Chris, Matt, me, all together on a show very soon. I'm sure we'll get that sorted. Keep your notifications on. Keep an eye out on the news. How long am I back in the UK this time? Not long. But yeah, listen, guys, I catch you all in a bit. Up the fucking Chelsea. Let's see if Chalobah is gone today, like we're being told. So let's see what happens. We'll keep an eye out on it.